the fact that never before has this declaration been made in the Japanese post-war history. Taiwan is the best performer, bar none, without question.
So because we noticed that the number of confirmed cases in Japan has already escalated sharply after holidays, and Taiwan might see similar trend. And just this week, we know Prime Minister Abe has already declared the state of emergency. Which areas will it be covered and how long you expect it will last?
The state of emergency is something pretty much different substantially from the ones you are looking at in cities and countries such as Madrid, Spain, Paris, France, New York, the United States. It is a modest kind of emergency declaration. Nonetheless, it gives a huge, stronger push to the minds of the people so that they must stay home, not go about, not walk about, and they should do as much as they can from their own homes rather than commuting. So it is to suppress people's movement, and it's not going to be backed by brutal forces such as police force, let alone military of any kind. It is a piece of moral suasion. Nonetheless, the fact that never before has this declaration been made in the Japanese post-war history. It bears weight, and the execution of the measures is in the hands of governors of prefectural governments. So in the case of Tokyo, the governor of Tokyo is going to bear much heavier burdens to control the people's movement and to help suppress people's movement and encourage them to maintain an adequate amount of social distancing.
Now we see that maybe Taiwan has done a fairly good job at containing the spread of the coronavirus. However, it is still excluded from the WHO mechanism. As you recall, in late January this year, Prime Minister Abe even called upon the world to include Taiwan in the global network to fight against the virus. Taiwan can help. So what can Taiwan and Japan do together to combat the virus?
Health for humans is the most important common goods. Therefore, it should exclude none. Let it be Taiwan or whoever. The most important common goods is for the humankind, and so it must be inclusive. I think that's a general consensus you could find among the Japanese people. But before Taiwan joining WHO as an official member, still Taiwan and Japan could do a lot. First, Taiwan and Japan should share information, know-how, knowledge as to how they have survived this tremendous pandemic. Taiwan is the best performer, bar none, without question, but Japan so far has done a relatively good job. If you look at the growth rate of the number of those people who lost their lives, Japan's curve is rising like this, But if you look at the curve for the United States, the UK, Spain, and Italy, it's almost like this, 90 degrees. Japan is like this. So Taiwan and Japan could share information, knowledge, so that jointly they could tell the rest of the world how they have survived the pandemic. The second point is that medical professionals, scientists from both Taiwan and Japan should join their hands, as I said, to develop the most crucial medicine, vaccine for the coronavirus. I think those are the things that Taiwan, Japan could and should do together.